Hey, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be making a cutting board or carving board, so stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. And first I'd like to ask that you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications on upcoming videos. Comment below. It definitely helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate that. So the first thing we got to do is we got to select some wood. All right, we've got some walnut here. Actually, I got plenty of walnut. Got some maple here. We'll use that. All right, it looks like both of these pieces look to be like 8x4 lumber, so since they're so thick, I'll probably cut strips off and do an edge grain board, which is basically using the edge as your top and bottom sides. All right, next up, now that we've selected what wood we're going to use, is I got to get the equipment set up and get all my safety gear out. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to run this through the table saw and start cutting off some strips that we'll use. All right, now we kind of want to design this how we want it laid out. I think we'll go with this design. Alright, the next thing we want to do is use our jointer so that we've got a nice flat surface to glue up. Now that we got that done, we want to get this glued together. Make sure you get the glue nice and even. And you don't want to put too much pressure on your clamps because you don't want to squeeze all the glue out, but you want to put enough that you get a good surface seal. And we'll let that be for a day. Okay, it's the next day and this glue looks like it's dried up, so we will get this out of these clamps here. Just like to clean up a little bit of this glue before we run it through. Alright, here I'm just going to clean up the edges to make them nice and even. Alright, now we'll run it through the planer several times. Alright, now we're going to put the juice groove in the cutting board. so a neat trick is just to take a pencil and draw a light line on your surface, and once that line is gone, then you move on to the next sandpaper grit. Alright, we have got done with the first part of this sanding. I do want to sand a little bit more in this juice screw. And as I'm just kind of an amateur woodworker, maybe some of you experts out there might be able to weigh in on the best way to remove these burn marks. I mean, I know the best way would be to not incur them at all. But once you have them, it's really difficult to try to sand those out. I am not sure the best way other than to keep plugging at it. But overall, I think it's turned out pretty good. We'll wet it down because we want to raise the grain, and then we'll let that dry and then sand it with 220 again. But first I'm going to work on this juice groove just a little bit more. I'm not going to look for perfection. It's not like I'm selling this or anything, but I would like it to look just a little bit better than that. Alright, now that we got the sanding done, those burn marks in the corners didn't come out quite as good as I wanted, but it's a lot better than it was. Again, if you are a professional and you got some suggestions or tips, leave those in the comments down below. I'd certainly appreciate it. Now I'm going to go ahead and oil this, probably oil it 2-3 times, and then let it sit overnight, and then I'll wax it tomorrow. You can use regular mineral oil. I choose to use this Caron de oil. I just really like it, and it has a nice pleasant lemon smell to it. So here we go. It's amazing what the oil does to the wood, how it brings that grain out like that.
I've heard a story, I've heard it said, I've come to believe that love is a bet. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and sometimes it calls you right in the move. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger, easy my head, bringing me fire, bringing me water, taking me high, taking me down. Give me your pretty, give me your messy, give me your happy, give me your sad.
Okay, the board is done drying after being oiled numerous times, and now we'll go ahead and put a good coat of wax on it. You want to use wax made for cutting boards naturally, and let's get started with that process.
Maybe staying, I may be going, I may be left, I may fall apart. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger, easy my head,
that is our cutting board. One of the things you want to make sure is that you take care of your cutting boards. They can last for a long time. Wooden cutting boards are naturally antimicrobial, so I think it's better for your kitchen than the plastic cutting boards that are out there. One of the things in taking care of a cutting board is you want to make sure that you keep it oiled and waxed. Especially if you use it a lot, you probably want to look at doing that on a monthly basis. The other thing is never put it in a dishwasher. I think that's common sense. The other thing is don't let it soak in the sink. Just wash it and then set it on edge to dry, because you don't want one side to dry out faster than the other. That can cause warping on your cutting board, and you don't want that. And then the nice thing is that once it's starting to show some signs of wear and tear, as you get knife marks and stuff in it, it's really easy to come out, sand it again, re-oil it and wax it, and it's just like new. So I hope again that you liked the video. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Certainly appreciate the feedback. And again, any of you expert woodworkers out there that can give some tips to an amateur woodworker as far as the router burns and things like that, and easier ways of sanding the juice groove, certainly appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.